Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot. Let's go to the albuquerquejournal.com. They say a patient there was blindsided by a almost $18,000 urine test that an insurer said should be worth about $100. I don't know. If you go to your local drugstore, you can get urine tests for as little as depending on what you're testing for. I mean, $20. It says after Elizabeth Moreno had back surgery in late 2015, her surgeon prescribed an opioid painkiller and a follow-up drug test that seemed routine until the lab, my friends, slapped her with a bill for thousands of dollars. A Houston lab tested her urine sample for a constellation of legal and illicit drugs, many of which Moreno said she'd never heard of before, let alone taken. She said she was confused and didn't know how she was going to pay for it, of course, as she was finishing her education degree at Texas State University. Now, her bill that Sunset Labs charged $4,675. Can you believe that, folks? I mean, how outrageous. To check her urine for different types of opioids, $2,975 for benzodiazepines, a class of drugs for treating anxiety, and $1,700 for amphetamines. Tested to detect cocaine, marijuana, and other illicit drugs, added $1,275 more. The lab also billed $850 to test bupropion and a drug used to treat opioid addiction, and tacked on $850 for two tests to verify nobody had tampered with her urine specimen. The total bill, $17,850. Yeah. The explanation of benefits said that the work was valued at no more than $100.92. Now, Moreno's father, in a complaint to the Texas Attorney General about the bill, identified the Houston surgeon who ordered the costly test, Dr. Stephen Esses. And you got to wonder if they work in collusion with one another. Sunset Labs is part of a network of pain clinics and other medical businesses founded by Houston's Philip C. Fan. And this right here, don't know if this guy's corrupt at all, but what happens, though, is this lab is grossly overcharging people for a test. Again, this is for a pain clinic. You can go and get a 10-panel test at Walmart, we'll say, for, I think, $39. $39 you can get a 10-panel test, and it will test 10 different types of illicit drugs. So the fact that this all is going on shouldn't be surprising, number one. I mean, look at how much doctors and hospitals charge for a bottle of saline or a bag of saline for an IV. I mean, it's salt water. That's what they're giving, salt water, and they're charging like $1,000 for a bag of salt water. Look at prescription costs. For example, lidocaine, something that is extremely common. You can buy it in the store in a bottle for a couple of bucks or so, maybe $10 to treat your burns. You know, if you get a bad sunburn or something like that, you can get some lidocaine gel. If you put it on a piece of felt, sticky felt, now that lidocaine gel just became $1,600 lidocaine because now it's on a sticky gel or sticky felt that you can put on your back or whatever. That's what I found out last week when I went to fill one of my prescriptions and was slapped with like a $248 copay. And it kind of blew me away. I'm like, it's just lidocaine. How could it be $248 for my copay? How much does this really cost? And the pharmacist told me, hey, it's like $1,600 for the quantity that you want. And in this case, it was 90 patches of lidocaine. $1,600 for 90 patches of lidocaine? Are you kidding me? I mean, who is getting fleeced here? Obviously, we are. But the collusion between the drugstores and Big Pharma is just unbelievable, and you have to wonder, because the more these things cost, the more profit these drugstores are making on this on these products. You got to wonder just what level of collusion does exist for this to happen. Same with drug tests. These pain clinics, this is all part of the war on you. And I don't like to call it the war on drugs because, to be honest with you, the drugs don't do anything to people. It's the people that do things to people. So you have to go to these pain clinics if you need any sort of opioid treatment. And when you do, you sign your rights away. And one of the things you're subject to are these involuntary urinalysis. And when that happens, I mean, you got to foot the bill for this thing. How can they? I have to wonder if this is just another way to weed people out. You know, you make it so inexpensive, so out of reach that only the uber rich can afford it, which is what you end up seeing. You end up seeing the uber rich like Prince overdosing on this stuff, or Michael Jackson overdosing on this stuff because, A, they have limitless access to it and they don't know what the hell they're doing. You know, so these are things that I think are actually contributing to the problem, making it worse because now it's driving people to the street and you're making your criminal element just that much more empowered and giving them much more business. See, the best approach to this is full and complete legalization. You legalize, and then you have more ability to allocate resources. You know, say if you impose a tax on these legalized products to, A, educate, to open up centers for people with addictions, and to lower the cost and open up paths for people in pain. Because, again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Pain is the root cause of the problem with regards to the drug problems in the United States. It's pain. You know, everybody tries to keep up with the Joneses. Everybody, or most people, have this deep-seated hole that they just can't fill, and they fill the void with whatever they have available to them. That's what the problem is. It's not drugs. Drugs aren't the problem. Drugs are the coping mechanism for a lot of people. So what do? You got to fix the problem. Got to fix the problem. Problem are broken families, emptiness, pain, suffering. That is the big problem here in the United States. And now you have it happening over in the UK, where they're saying 1 in 5 people over in the UK are on antidepressants. It's just not enough. Not enough. They're saying, oh, depression's too heavy. We need to prescribe more antidepressants. So they're trying to do exactly what we've done here in the United States to basically just smooth it over, just fill that hole with whatever we can. And antidepressants, or fluoride being one of them, no problem. That'll make the problem go away. Unfortunately, it doesn't make the problem go away. And what we've seen is the side effects from trying to fill a hole in your spirit, in your heart, an emotional gap, something, you know, with these drugs, whether it be legal or otherwise, has side effects. It has consequences. And we need to be aware of that. The only way to be aware of that, education. Education. You know, that's the best way to go about this. Certainly not charging somebody almost $20,000 for a PP test. That's not going to solve anybody's problems. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. #WakeTheFlockUp. Have a great day, everybody.